Welcome to Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. I'm your host, Jill Jardine, Master's in Counseling Psychology, longtime astrologer, psychic healer, and yogi. Welcome to the episode on the astrology of February 2022. Mercury goes direct, joining all other planets, now traveling direct, so it's go time. No more sitting at home waiting for Omicron to be gone. Stay tuned till the end of the episode when I give the sun sign forecast for each sign. This episode is dedicated to my dear and loving friend, Kelly Mead, who passed away unexpectedly on January 30th, 2022. Kelly was an avid listener of my podcast and always gave me good feedback. Sending you love and healing, Kelly, as you continue on the higher spheres of spirit. Thank you for all your love and support. Welcome to the episode on the exciting astrology of February 2022. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of the episode to hear your sun sign forecast for February. Welcome to Aquarian New Moon Lunar New Year, kicking off the month with high energy, which gets amplified when Mercury goes direct late on February 3rd here on the East Coast. In this episode, I'm going to share the key astrological aspects in February 2022 and then go back and explain each one in more detail. So here we go, the key dates and activities in February. We kick off the month with new moon in Aquarius on February 1st, Lunar New Year, ushering in the Lunar New Year, year of the water tiger. On the 3rd of February, late in the day here on the East Coast, Mercury goes direct in the sign Capricorn. February 11th, there is a Mercury-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn. February 14th, in time for Valentine's, Mercury shifts into Aquarius. On February 16th, we have a full moon with the sun in Aquarius and the moon in Leo. On February 18th, the sun enters Pisces. And on 2222, that's February 22nd, 2022, the United States have their Pluto return, which is a whole nother episode. But it is an important day. 5 2s. So we begin February in a Mercury retrograde cycle, which was initiated on January 14th, 2022, and ends on February 3rd at 11:13 p.m. EST. Mercury retrograde cycles allow us to take time to regroup, reassess, reevaluate, renegotiate, revisit, restructure our lives. Travel can be frustrating in a Mercury retrograde cycle with delays from weather and other unexpected situations, and we've seen plenty of that in late January here in the Boston area. This Mercury retrograde period suggests the usual precautions, such as not signing any major contracts, refraining from buying cars or houses, delaying any big financial transactions, double checking details, following up on communications attempts, and fixing broken items. Expect mix-ups in schedules and timing. Retrograde cycles are good times to integrate the new energies and for spiritual or psychological growth we have experienced in the past months before we graduate to the next level. Get ready on February 1st when it's all systems go and we really celebrate the new year 2022. Welcome the year of the water tiger. February kicks off with fireworks on Lunar New Year, February 1st, with the sun and moon in visionary Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the great awakener, with the symbolism of lightning. At this new moon in Aquarius, it's throwing a challenging aspect, the sun, moon, and Saturn, actually, to Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, which is in Taurus. So Things will start happening very fast, sudden shifts, surprises, shocks, and revelations. Taurians get a double whammy of Uranian hijinks because Uranus, the ruler of Aquarius, is traveling through your sign, and then the Aquarian planets are squaring it at this new moon. This may force decisions or choices, and you might feel like a rock in a hard place. The pace will really pick up when Mercury goes direct on February 3rd. New moon in Aquarius occurs on February 1st with sun and moon in the sign of the water bearer. This initiates a good cycle for Aquarians and other air signs, Gemini and Libra. I predict the cryptocurrency markets will begin an upward trajectory after a long period of going downward. We will see it starting to rally, especially between February 1st and February 11th. In 2021, the Lunar New Year began on February 11th, which sparked a rise in the cryptocurrency markets. And this year on February 11th, 2022, check out that numerology, 2-11-2-2. Mercury and Pluto conjunct in Capricorn, which will boost all economic markets, including crypto. And that's on the same day, February 11th. Get ready. Lunar New Year of the Water Tiger begins on February 1st, 2022, and goes until January 21st, 2023, according to Chinese astrology. Water Tiger year will be more unpredictable. People will be emotional and erratic, and changes can happen suddenly. There will be many water-related crises this year, including flooding, inundation, and hurricanes. People born in a year of the tiger are predicted to be brave, competitive, unpredictable, and confident. Here are some years of the tiger. Listen up. If you were born in one of these years, it's your return, your Chinese lunar return. Here we go. Years of the tiger: 1938, 1950, 1962, 1974, 1986, 1998, 2010, and 2022. Our Chinese year corresponds to our Jupiter return year, which occurs every 12 years. So for the most part, those who are experiencing their Chinese year also will have Jupiter in Pisces. Jupiter in Pisces is a water sign, so this corresponds to 2022 being a water tiger year. Emotions will be on the surface, and everyone will be getting in touch with their feeling nature and perhaps more sensitive. This will be a nice change from the aggression of the past few years. Here are some recommendations to make the most of the Lunar New Year, a time when we can double down on our New Year's resolutions that didn't quite take on January 1st, 2022. The 2-week period from the Aquarian new moon on February 1st through the Leo full moon on February 16th brings the opportunity to perform certain activities that will ensure a healthy and prosperous Lunar New Year. Cleaning and clearing are of the utmost importance during this time to make space for the new. It's also a good time to start a cleanse or detoxification process. Here are some of my suggestions. First of all, clean your house and clear the clutter. Second, make sure all lights are working. Clean windows and polish mirrors. 3, have plenty of fresh flowers and colorful fruit displayed during this time to enhance prosperity in the coming year. Orange and tangerines represent money and wealth. Pineapples represent fame and promotion. And apples bring in good health and safety. Fourth, write out your lists of intentions and give yourself another opportunity to implement the New Year's resolutions you made on January 1st, 2022. This new moon in Aquarius, which kicks off Lunar New Year, occurs at 12 degrees Aquarius with the sun and moon being very close to Saturn in Aquarius. Proceed with caution is Saturn's keynote. We still have to deal with Saturnian rigidity in the collective consciousness. Rebellion against authority is brewing in the background at this new moon. According to Dane Rudar, the Sabian symbol for 12 degrees Aquarius is, quote, on a vast staircase stand people of different types, graduated upward. The keynote is the necessity of recognizing differences of types and levels of development wherever human beings live and work together. This symbol obviously refers to the ascending process of evolution of life forms and consciousness. It seems to apply especially to the fact that differences of levels exist among human beings. Each person should be aware of the level at which they stand, even as they strive to move toward a higher one. One should look up for inspiration and examples while helping the human beings of the next lower level to reach up. This is the great give and take of evolution, and it applies to sociocultural evolution as well as the progression of the biological species. So, in other words, get ready, everyone. We're in for an upgrade. If you've been doing your work in these previous months with the intense Capricornian energies and Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde, you get to come on out and see where you land. Have you been doing that inner work? Have you been working on your own self-realization? Well, you'll know in February and March if you have received an energetic upgrade in your consciousness. So get ready. That is what the Sabian symbol refers to. Very apropos for the degree of the new moon in Aquarius in 2022. And as I had said, so appropriate for the February new moon, as I had said in the previous months, that February 2022 would be the marker of big shifts in consciousness. Those of us who have been working with fifth dimensional energies and awareness will be able to anchor them deeper into ourselves and the earth grid. Many will have spontaneous awakenings and break free of the shackles of third dimensional matrix and its control agendas during February 2022. By the way, those who are interested in numerology, every day that occurs this month will have triple twos, and February 2nd will have 4 twos, 2, 2, 2, 2, while February 22nd will have 5 twos, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, in dates. So in numerology, the number 2 represents partnerships, the coming together or balancing of two individual people, concepts, or things. While it holds great power over any situation, it wields with such diplomacy and tact that the result is not control and authority, but harmony and teamwork. So make the most of these 2 days, February 2nd and 22nd. 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Mercury shifts into Aquarius, the sign of the genius, in time for Valentine's Day on February 14th, accelerating the Aquarian lightning speed pace and delivering flashes of inspiration and enlightenment. Go back to listen to my podcast on the Gayatri Mantra, which translates to, quote, kindly illuminate my intellect, end quote, which is what Mercury in Aquarius can do if you are patient enough to receive the downpourings of divine intelligence. Chanting the Gayatri Mantra through February is highly recommended. People born with Mercury in Aquarius tend to have an unusual intelligence in some particular subject, including astrology. I've got my Mercury in Aquarius. February's full moon, known as the snow moon, beams in on February 16th with the moon in Leo and sun in Aquarius. The keynote of this full moon is the shifting of the individual's contribution to shifting group consciousness. Freedom at all costs is the February fire cry. This full moon is a time of culmination and promise of fulfillment of that which was started at the new moon on February 1st. It ends a 2-week cycle of Lunar New Year activation. It is an emotional time, a time of romance, fertilization, and relationships. In astrology, Leo represents the gift or the individual creative spark and how that manifests through romance, creative outlets, children, recreation, and heart-focused pursuits. The opposite sign, Aquarius, is where we offer up these gifts to the group or collective so all may benefit from the creative expression and power. This Leo Aquarius polarity deals with the balance between all that is personal, Leo, and all that is impersonal, Aquarius. The energy of the Leo moon is creative self-expression and pleasure and romance, while the Aquarius sun rules the group, more impersonal friendships and objectivity. This full moon urges us to strike a balance between romance and friendship and between expressing ourselves in personal and impersonal ways. Venus and Mars align at 16 degrees Capricorn at this full moon, suggesting a creative, romantic, and dynamic energy as well as the practicality of Capricorn energies. Self-expression is important now and in the upcoming weeks. This phase of the moon occurs at 28 degrees Leo. The Sabian symbol for 28 degrees Leo is, quote, many little birds on a limb of a big tree, unquote. The keynote is a wide and perhaps confusing openness to a multiplicity of inspiring potentialities. There is a stage in spiritual life which is not different from the everyday life, during which the consciousness aspiring to greater realizations or more impressive forms of self-expression feels itself flooded with new ideas and new possibilities. This can be very exciting, yet also quite confusing. It becomes necessary to focus oneself by limiting one's field of vision and activity. And that's the full moon in Leo with the sun in Aquarius. On February 18th, the sun enters dreamy Pisces, joining Jupiter and Neptune. Stay tuned for my March Astro update when we'll talk about this Piscean party. And stay tuned for my future podcasts on the United States Pluto return, which kicks off on February 22nd, 2022. Lots of changes in store. And now stay tuned to the part of the episode that everybody's been waiting for, the sun sign forecast for February 2022. Welcome to the part of the episode everybody's been waiting for, the sun sign forecast for February 2022. Aquarius, happy birthday. It's your time to shine. You hit the ground running on February 1st at the Aquarian new moon, despite a retrograde Mercury. Get excited about the lunar new year and plan some trips or fun adventures. Your aspirations and goals now will benefit your future self. It's time to surf the Aquarian waves when Mercury enters Aquarius mid-month. Speak the truth and set yourself free. Get your act together and illuminate the consciousness of all your connections. Your lucky days, Aquarius, are February 1st, 2nd, and 28th. Pisces. Jupiter transiting your sign fuels a love fest that heats up during mid-February into March. Pisces is the sign of a true romantic, and this is time to feed your dreams of your ideal lover and appreciate those already in your life who you love. Neptune traveling through your sign stirs up feelings of loss as you experience emotional highs and lows. Life may feel surreal, even like you're floating above your body or walking around in a trance, but it feels like a warm and fuzzy trance. Your lucky days, Pisces, are February 2nd and 3rd. Aries. Aries has been distracted by too much drama and want to get back on their path. You have been waiting for the chaos to calm down, but now you're going for it anyway. Your life feels like a whirlwind, so you may as enjoy the ride. New opportunities and potentials arise when you start focusing on the future. Your lucky days, Aries, are February 4th, 5th, and 6th. Taurus. New moon in Aquarius, conjunct Saturn, squaring Uranus and Taurus, is frazzling to the calm bull. All the frenetic Aquarian energies may make Taurus feel more moody than usual and seek to escape or overindulge. Don't overdose on too much of the leftover Valentine's chocolate or you will crash hard. Make sure you move your body to release some of the stagnation. Plan your next adventure, Taurus. Get moving. Your lucky days are February 7th and 8th. Gemini. Gemini feels like they are being stirred up in the cosmic blender. Try to be the calm within the storm. Stay focused and network and connect in February. You want that love connection and you want it now. Well, you got to wait a little bit. Get ready at the vernal equinox through late March and early April when your love life lights up. Gemini, your lucky days are February 9th, 10th, and 11th. Cancer. Cancer crawled under their shell in January due to the Capricornian influx of planets. Now it's safe to go back into the water. Perhaps you are gestating creative projects and not quite ready to bring them to fruition. Take all the time you need. Deep healing is taking place, and Cancer's contentment returns soon. Your lucky days, Cancer, is February 12th and 13th. Leo. Leo gets blasted out of their comfort zone at the lunar new moon on February 1st. Their roles keep changing and support is lacking. If you don't initiate fresh starts, others will poke, and provoke until you take action. Most of your frustrations will come through interactions with others and their demands made on you. Good news for Leo is that the creative chakric wheels are spinning, bringing unconsciousness shifting inspirations. You get Valentine's Day as your lucky day, Leo, February 14th, 15th, and 16th. Virgo. Virgo is a sign that likes to keep things order and under control, specifically their own control. In February, flexibility is necessary to ride the Aquarian waves. Everything feels too erratic and chaotic for virtuous Virgo. Focus on your health and improving your vitality so you can keep up with the accelerated pace. Your lucky days, Virgo, are February 17th and 18th. Libra. Libra is the sign of balance and equilibrium, and they like it when things are calm and collected. However, they will surprise themselves with how they will roll with the Aquarian frenetic energies pulsing in. Make sure you are discriminating where you put your time or energy. Love comes in when you least expect it, lucky Libra. Your lucky days are February 19th and 20th. Scorpio. South Node transiting your sign is showing everyone how it feels to be a Scorpio, spinning in a wheel of death, rebirth, and transformation. Everyone needs to be more scorpionic right now and shed the skins of the outworn life patterns and accept their dark side or shadow. Scorpio, you can be the best example or worst example. It's your choice. Financial flow increases as money starts finding a way to you now. Your lucky day, Scorpio, February 21st and 22nd. Sagittarius. Sag feels re-energized and revitalized by the influx from cosmic friend Aquarius. They feel like they're making social connections and neural connections they never thought possible. As another visionary sign like Aquarius, this is time to plot and plan your highest and best future and then give it up to the grace of God. Prosperity and peace are possible now. Your lucky day, Sag, are February 23rd and 24th. Capricorn, death and rebirth, transformation and regeneration. These are the energies that Capricorn has accepted and lives as their daily reality. Pluto forces you to continue to rebirth and renew yourself in practical ways. Pluto in your first house is forcing deep soul searching and transfiguration. Lucky Lunar New Year for Capricorn with your second house of money lit up like a Lunar New Year lantern. Your lucky days are February 25th, 26th, and 27th. I hope you enjoyed this episode on the astrology of February 2022. Make sure you subscribe, download, share, and give us a 5-star review. This is Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine, sending healing astro rays through the quantum field.